Well, good morning, everybody. It's an absolute pleasure to be here at the National Housing Summit. What an amazing opening to the summit yesterday to have the Prime Minister here recognizing the tremendous work that you do and the work you are going to be doing. It's a really special opportunity for me to meet our members and our partners before I join the Federation next month, and it's a great opportunity for me to introduce myself. Before I tell you a bit about me and why I am so thrilled to have what I think is the best job in affordable housing, I want to pay tribute to David Orr. Everybody in this room will know David well. I've been on many conference platforms with David. I've been on independent commissions with him, such as the Lions Housing Review. We've sat through many meetings and dinners and discussions. And throughout David's career, I think he's shown great leadership and been a true ambassador for the sector. But what has impressed me most about David is his kindness and generosity, qualities that the world of policymaking could do with a lot more of. The National Housing Federation has a really strong, talented, bright, energetic team and is highly influential due to David's leadership. And I'm really excited that I now have the opportunity to take the Federation on its next journey. So a little bit about me and why I'm so delighted to have been appointed Chief Exec of the Federation. I'm going to go through 3 points. So firstly, my first reason why I am so happy to be joining the Federation is that I support the organisation's vision for a country where everybody can live in a good quality, affordable home. That is fundamental, and I believe housing associations are an essential part of the solution to the housing crisis. And I think it is worth briefly highlighting the scale of the challenge we face together. Research by the National Housing Federation and Crisis, published earlier this year, revealed that we need 340,000 homes a year. 145,000 of these need to be affordable. And of these, 90,000 a year need to be available for social rent. If we look at the figures in England to April 2017, the year to April 2017, just 41,500 affordable homes were delivered. And of these, 5,380 were available for social rent. We have a mountain to climb, and we are going to do this together. It is really important that we increase the number of affordable and social rented homes. Over the last few years, I've led several research projects looking at affordable housing and local authority innovation, and I've worked with organisations like the Local Government Association, the County Councils Network, the Nationwide Foundation, and through this research, I've conducted a survey each year of councils right across the UK. The survey this year, 140 councils responded, and 98% of them described their need for affordable housing as moderate or severe. The housing crisis touches each and every community in the country. But it isn't one crisis. It touches places in very different ways. In London and the South East, the issue is often a chronic shortage of affordable housing. In parts of the Midlands and the North, and also in many of our rural areas and coastal communities, the issue is the quality of existing homes, the desperate need for investment in local infrastructure such as transport, the need for local jobs, and the challenges created by the decline of the high street. The challenges are different, but our sector is placed so well to tackle the housing crisis in all of its forms. At the sharp end of the housing crisis is, of course, homelessness, which has reached levels that none of us should ever accept. It's horrifying to see it on the rise, and I'm so glad to see the Federation's leadership on tackling homelessness, but there remains a lot of work to do. There is fantastic work being done by housing associations to deliver specialist support and housing for homeless people, and we must ensure the provision and management of genuinely affordable homes remains a top priority. In every community that feels left behind, for every person in need of a home, for every person who needs extra support, whatever the problem, housing associations have an answer and a solution. Secondly, I'm thrilled to have the job because I really believe that housing associations are fantastic organisations that are genuinely committed to social good. Housing associations ensure people have access to safe, secure, affordable housing in inclusive communities. And I think this is the foundation for having a decent quality of life. Having a secure home impacts on so many other aspects of our lives. It impacts on our educational attainment, our ability to get work, our social lives, and our physical and mental health. Housing associations are ambitious, they're innovative, and they care. This is a really powerful combination, and it's no wonder I'm so enthusiastic. There are 4 areas of your work that I'm particularly excited about: people, partnerships, placemaking, and politics. And I'm briefly going to take each of these in turn. I'm excited about the people, and that is you. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. I cannot wait to get to know our members up and down the country, to meet your teams, to understand the opportunities and challenges you are facing, and to meet your residents. My first priority will be a program of member engagement. I want to understand what you're doing. I want to know about the challenges that you're facing. I want to hear about all the great innovation you're bringing forward. And above all, I really want to see the homes and the communities you have built and care for. I'm delighted to see that the Federation is leading on work bringing forward the next generation of leaders. And if you get the chance, please do engage in the greenhouse projects. This is a truly ambitious, innovative, collaborative way of working and something we'll explore in the next debate. And so important to be bringing forward new talent into the sector. I'm excited about the partnerships. Housing associations have always worked in partnership. Partnership with tenants, with communities, with councils, and with government. The recent announcements of strategic partnerships with Homes England is a great opportunity, and I think the Prime Minister yesterday highlighted that these will be the first of many in an exciting new approach to funding and delivery. Housing associations are also taking forward a refreshed partnership with tenants and with customers. And the Federation is exploring the sector's offer for tenants with tenants and tenants' organisations. Over the past decade, I've spent much of my time working with council leaders and their delivery teams, and I've established a network called the TCPA New Communities Group. This includes over 20 councils, and they range from Cornwall to Cumbria, who are delivering large-scale new communities with plans to deliver over 200,000 homes between them. I will be bringing these relationships and these partnerships with me to the National Housing Federation, and I really hope that will be of benefit to you, our members. I'm excited about placemaking. Housing associations are the guardians of communities, often an anchor employer, a trusted partner, and a long-term investor in social good. Much of my career to date has focused on bringing forward and making the case for large-scale new communities, such as garden cities and new towns, alongside making the case for investment in regeneration of our existing towns and cities across the country. Now, we've had significant political traction on the Garden Cities agenda. We have the main Westminster parties all backing new garden cities, and the government's recently published a Garden Communities prospectus. I think housing associations, with your long-term commitment to placemaking and to stewardship, would be the perfect partners in delivering garden communities. This is one of the many, many opportunities that lie ahead. Likewise, the Great Places Commission is leading the way in showing what makes a place great to live in and what fantastic work housing associations are doing to contribute to this. I'm excited about the politics. Now, the political spotlight is firmly on housing. I don't think it would be shining brighter than having the Prime Minister here at the summit yesterday. And what's particularly exciting about the focus is it's not just about home ownership. This is looking at housing for everybody in society. This means delivering social rented, affordable housing, and housing of all types and tenures in beautiful communities. And it's going to be my job to help keep that political spotlight there. The Federation has a strong relationship with government, probably stronger than it's been in years. And I'm looking forward to continuing this, to building it, but also to work with opposition, with our colleagues who are working within government as officials and within government agencies such as Homes England, to make sure we deliver and to make sure housing associations' voices remain centre stage. Now, I've spent most of the past decade working with government on planning reform, which if any of you have ever engaged in planning and planning reform, you won't be surprised to know that engaging with government on planning reform can be pretty tough at times, and that's probably a polite way of putting it. And I think I've had some moments where I've been able to be really supportive of government, of things that they're doing, and other moments where we've had to be really critical and actually say policy's moving in the wrong direction and we need to come up with constructive solutions. For me, it's always a balance. It's working out where those red lines are and what outcome is in the best interest of our members, of our tenants, and of the communities they serve. Clearly, it's a key moment for the housing association sector. We've got an opportunity to lead the response to the Social Housing Green Paper. We've got an opportunity to build a new relationship with tenants. And we have the multiple opportunities of delivering on housing supply. We, of course, live in very uncertain political and economic times. It can be challenging to be heard when the external environment is so complex and so diverted by Brexit, but this has to be a massive opportunity too. You are the anchor organisations who can help the government deliver on their ambitions for housing and keep the country moving. So the leadership we provide as an organisation will be key, and I'm really excited to be at the heart of that. Last but not least, my third reason for being so delighted about the job is that I think it's an absolute privilege to lead the Federation, to work with all of our members, and to work with the brilliant team. The National Housing Federation is without doubt one of the most influential and high-profile trade associations in the UK, with a really impressive track record of shaping housing policy and ensuring housing associations are seen as key partners. I am so looking forward to working with all of you, to continuing to influence government, and ultimately to providing more genuinely affordable homes, great places, and social good. Thank you.